Good morning students. Today we are going to study about the topic how we make fabric from fibers. As you know that cloths are made up of fibers, and in your previous class, that is in 6th class, you have learnt that fibers are obtained from plant as well as animals. The properties of fiber depend upon the source where they are obtained from. Okay, now I'll be telling you about the component from which the plant fibers are made up of and the animal fibers. The plant fibers are formed of cellulose, whereas the animal fibers are formed of proteins. The examples of plant fiber are cotton, flax and jute, whereas from animals we get wool and silk. There are different animals from where we can get wool, such as sheep, goat and yak, whereas silk comes from silkworms. Now we are going to study about what are the various uses or different uses of fibers. Like first, the main important of use of fiber is that they are used for making cloths. Second, wool is knitted for sweaters and weaves into shawls and other woolen cloths. Silk is also used for making saris. Now, as you know that there are two main sources of plant fiber and animal fiber. First, in this chapter, we are going to study about only two fibers. One is silk and the other is wool. First of all, we'll start with silk. Silk is a fine, strong, soft, shiny fiber produced by silkworm in making their cocoons. Silk is also called as resham in Hindi. It is formed of two proteins, fibrin and serine. Silk is the strongest natural fiber. The soft-looking silk yarn is as strong as a comparable thread of steel. Remember students, it is as strong as a comparable thread of steel. Steel is a alloy which is made from iron and mixing other components. Now we are going to study how we get silk from silkworm. First of all, we are going to study about a term that is sericulture. Sericulture means rearing of silkworms for obtaining silk from silkworms. Okay, sericulture is a very old occupation of India. Now, if I talk about how we get silk, we need to study the life cycle of silk moth. Like the life cycle of silk moth consists of 4 stages. The first stage is egg of the silk moth. On the egg of the silk moth are laid on the leaves of some trees, and as example of mulberry leaves. The second stage is larva or caterpillar stage, or we call it as silkworm. The third stage is pupa stage, and the last stage is adult silk moth stage.